not already, but like I said, we still have a summer fun for you guys to enjoy. And for our last show, Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, the kids are out of school, the temperatures are rising, and summer has begun in Williamson County. For the past few weeks, we've talked about our near endless array of summer programs, but we're not done yet and want to let you know about even more activities that we have planned to keep your kids fit and active over the next few months. From art to science to sport camps, we're sure to offer something to keep your kids' days fun and full. Joining me for the first half of our show today is Cindy Moore. She is a recreation specialist at the Franklin Recreation Complex, and she is here today to talk about our summer art and science camp program. Cindy, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
It's wonderful to have you back talking about this great program that you all are doing again this year. You know, I want to say this is the 8th or 9th year that you've done a summer art and camp program in Franklin, and maybe the 5th or 6th year you've done one at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill.
Yes.
So this is a program that's really starting to get its legs under it that people are really starting to look for every year now.
Yes, we have more and more every year.
Well, I know we were talking a little bit earlier, you know, you were saying last year you had 32 summer art and crafts camps. This year you've expanded a little bit. You have some unique science and some performing art camps in the mix, and you've got 40 that are just planned for the Franklin Recreation Complex.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
That's a lot of camps and a lot of variety. I know that these camps are geared to children of all ages. As young as 3 for some of your preschool camps with Miss Cindy and some of the Abracadoodle camps, on up to children that are 18.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a very broad age of kids that you all work with this program. Let's talk a little bit about the camps themselves, because they really do kind of sell themselves when you start talking about them.
Yes.
With the number of camps that you all have planned this year, you've got a lot of different variety in camp themes and topics and things that kids can do. Tell us about a few of the camps and some of the stuff that you guys are going to be getting into.
Yes, of course, we always have our usual art programs with Miss Cindy. She has the preschool program. But this year we also included, we included the Abracadoodle program, where there's several camps they offer at Longview as well as Franklin. But this year we've got some new ones. We've got some science camps that are called, it's Young Scientists, and they do kitchen science and magnets and circuit boards and that sort of thing. So that's a really new homeschool program that we've got going, but it's open to the public. That's been very good this year for us, so we decided to do some camps. And then we've got the Lego camps that are very popular, and they're going to go into robotics. So that's going to be really awesome.
That's just taking it to the next level. I love this guy, by the way. Thanks for bringing the Lego man in. There's just something fun about him. He makes me happy. A big, bright, yellow Lego. But my nephews are 4 and almost 3, and they're just starting to now to get into Legos.
Yes.
But in shopping for them over the holidays this past year, it was amazing to me what Legos can do.
Yes.
When I was growing up, Legos were just blocks that you stacked on top of each other, but they can make full Lego villages now, and and like you were saying, they can go into like moving pieces and robots and all kinds of stuff. It's amazing.
They'll be interacting with the computer with software to make the robots that they build do things. So,
oh my goodness.
And the city, they're going to build a city and a bay, you know, so they're going to get into each camp as a specific subject, but they will, as a team, build a village and build a lighthouse and a beach and playgrounds and all kinds of things. But I think the robotics is one that's very fascinating to me, the fact that, you know, they're going to make parts move with software, with the computer. So it's going to be fun.
There are some boys out there now just like, Mom, can I go to Lego camp?
My son would have eaten it up.
I bet. I bet. And then there's tons of other stuff that you've incorporated into this program as well. Like you were talking about the new kitchen chemist program.
Yes.
And, you know, some of the abracadoodle things where kids, you know, go on surfing safaris and visit big cities in their minds, and, you know, just teaching kids how to, how to use their imagination and creativity and all the different places that can take them. You also talked about some of the more traditional, you know, art camps where children draw and paint. We've got some great camps in Longview that kind of take a different angle on that. There's some graffiti art camps that they're going to be doing this summer, some origami camps, you know, just another level of art and creativity.
Yes.
And then you mentioned the performing art camps as well. That's a new endeavor for us.
Yes. Yes, it is. A couple of them are musicals where they do songs and skits, and then we have another one called Drama Time, and that is more learning acting skills, more the acting part of it. So
Technique
that's
and
a little
that
more
kind of
academic than, you know, but it'll be fun. They'll be doing, you know, a variety of things, and a lot of learning going on with that one. So,
well,
and then,
you know, kids have a ton of different interests today, and, you know,
They
part
do.
of what we try to do as the Parks and Recreation Department is provide a little something for everybody.
right, and economical. We try to keep the prices very low.
Very true.
So that, you know, the public can attend, and you do not need to be a member there to attend these camps. You could live out of state and come.
Yes, that's a very good point. You know, a lot of people always compare us to private enterprise, where there are memberships and things like that, which we do not have. We don't require people to hold an annual pass to participate in our classes and programs. They're open to the general public at the same rate for everyone, and you're right, someone from out of state could attend. So if you've got family visiting over the summer and you're looking for activities for them to do as well, all of these are perfect for them. Well, let's talk about some of the camps specifically. Now, camp days, dates, times, and cost all vary based on the program. Camps are anywhere from 2 to 5 days in length, depending on the camp that you're signed up for. You've got, like we said, a gazillion camps. You got just 40 alone at the Franklin Recreation Complex, not including what they're going to be doing at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. Programs start the end of May and run through roughly the first full week in August. Let's talk about some of your specific camps, though. There's a few that we wanted to highlight today, some of the newer camps and things like that. Let's start off talking about one of your new science camps. It's a rocket science camp.
Right.
Tell us about that program.
Yes, we did have that one last year. It was new last year, and it was a huge hit. The kids learn how to make rockets. The teacher is a former worked with space.
Engineer.
Aeronautical engineer,
There you
that's
go.
what it is. And so actually on the last day they go outside and shoot rockets. So the parents are usually there to attend it and everything. So
For the launch.
Yeah, the launch. And like we said before, these are fun camps. They're learning at the same time they're having a really good time. So, you know, they're not realizing it's education.
It's education all at the same time. We keep that mind working even over the summer.
That's right.
Let's see. And the Rocket Science Camp at the Franklin Rec Center, you've got your first camp May the 29th through the 31st. That's for children ages 8 to 12. Yes. You have a second camp June 24th through the 26th for ages 4 to 7. And what roughly is the cost for this camp?
I don't know. They're all so different.
You're right, they are. And I know it's a very long list for you to look through.
Yeah.
But
I want to say $90, $80, $90 for 5 days.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's not a problem. There's a long list. I completely understand. And then we also talked about the addition of the performing art camps this year. And there's several different types of performing art camps that you're going to be doing. So let's talk about those as well. The first is called Be a Star Glee Camp, which I'm sure when you say Glee, that kind of throws it out there for a lot of people. They probably pick up on that. But tell us kind of how this camp is structured.
Well, it's structured with songs from the hit TV show, and they do harmonies and backups and added or take out different segments, and they'll do skits, and then there'll be a show at the end for the family. So,
always something fun for the family to do.
Yeah.
Let's see, and you've got a camp June 3rd through the 5th for ages 8 to 13 at the Franklin Rec Center for your Glee camp. And then you also have a couple of other performing art camps coming up. Beginning actor training. I'm guessing this is the camp you talked about earlier where they go into more of the technique of acting and, you know,
Right.
actually teaching individuals how to build their skills to be a better actor or actress. But
How to walk, how to move, their voice, articulating their voice, that kind of thing. And the guy that's teaching that, you know, his business is called Drama Time, and he is a professional actor that teaches the kids acting skills.
So you're learning from a pro.
From a pro.
I like that.
That's right.
I like that. And you've got several of these camps also coming up in June. There's one June 17th through the 21st. There's dual camps that week, one for ages 8 to 10 and then one for ages 11 to 18.
Yes,
so getting into those older teens there. There's a camp the following week, June 24th through the 28th for ages 11 to 18 again.
Yes.
So wonderful theatrical opportunity there for
Right.
you know, people who are probably already have, or for kids who probably already have an interest in acting and just kind of want to start building on that skill.
Right. To try it. You know, an ability to try it at a low cost.
Yes.
Yes. With a professional.
Which is even better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then your third performing art camp is called Kids Broadway Review. What are they going to be doing in this camp?
Well, that's a lot of singing with some acting. They're going to do a few dance steps, so it's kind of
It's more musical based.
Musical based,
Yeah,
right?
it's like a musical.
So they'll be doing a variety of classic musicals, kids with such as Annie, Sound of Music, Bye Bye Birdie, and
Lots
more.
of songs they probably already know
probably already
or
know
have
them,
heard
yes.
and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And that camp's coming up June 24th through the 28th. And this is for the little kids. This is for ages 5 to 7.
Right.
So this is kind of like the Pee Wee program where you get them started young and you start building that base and that love and that interest. And then one of the other camps that we want to talk about today is one of the traditional art and crafts camps. It's the Mini Monets and Picassos camp.
Yes. Yes, that's with Mr. George Yancey. He's been with us for several years. Very well-known artist in the community. And
He did the Williamson County ornament for the governor's tree this past year.
And it was #1 in the state. So he did a beautiful ornament for the governor's mansion and very, very beautiful and extraordinary. But he has a love for teaching children, and he's a giving man, and he wants to give back to the community. And one way is for him to give these classes at a very reasonable price for kids to come in, and he teaches them some basic skills. And the kids are, at first, they're just not real sure about what's going, you know, what's his expectation, and because he is a very well-known artist. So
Right.
They really, by the end of the camp, they're just really into what they're doing and very proud to come out with some beautiful paintings. So.
Well, and this camp is geared towards school-age children. It's for children ages 8 to 12. George is going to be doing 2 camps the month of July.
Right.
The first is July 16th through the 19th, and then again July 23rd through the 26th. Now, if you are interested in a complete list of all of our summer art, crafts, and science and performing arts camps that we're going to be doing at the Franklin Recreation Complex and the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill, you can visit our website at wcparksandrec.com or visit either facility to pick up a free list of programming or our monthly newsletter.
Yes.
I know those are included in there as well. Let's talk a little bit about registration. I know registration's going on for all of these camps right now, so people
Right.
can go ahead and register for these programs. There's several different ways that people can register. The Abracadoodle camps, both at the Franklin and Longview facilities, have their own separate registration that goes through our Abracadoodle liaison. Her name is Linda Gladson. To register for any of the Abracadoodle camps, you can contact her directly at 804-6997 or email lgladson@abracadoodle, abracadoodle.com. For any of the Franklin-based camps, you can register at the Franklin Recreation Complex or call 790-5719, extension 2010. And then for any of the camps at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill, you can again register on site or call 302-0971, extension 2210. We're going to take a real quick break. Cindy, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you. I always enjoy it.
When we come back, we'll be talking more about summer camps with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Stay tuned.
When sharing the road, reaction time is important. Motorists should reduce their speed and avoid tailgating, especially in bad weather. When passing, they should leave at least 3 feet between their vehicle and the cyclist. Cyclists have the same rights and responsibilities as motorists. They should travel in the same direction on the right hand of the road and obey all traffic signals. Responsible cyclists care about the image they portray and are courteous to others with whom they share the road. Staying alert, sharing the road, and obeying traffic signals. Observing these rules provides predictability for both motorists and cyclists. Remember, same roads, same rules, same rights.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about more of our summer camp opportunities, and joining me for the second half of our show today is Amber Morris. She's the Assistant Athletics Administrator for Williamson County Parks and Recreation, and she's here to talk about their summer sport camps. Amber, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. Well, like every other division in Parks and Recreation this summer, you guys have a ton of activities planned for the summer and a variety of different sport camps. Sport camps really have become an ongoing summer tradition here in Williamson County. You all have the ever popular summer sport camp series that's been around for years, and then you've started augmenting that schedule with specialty camps throughout the summer as well. These are definitely things that people have enjoyed doing over the past, and I think when people see the different types of things that we're adding to the program, they get more and more interested in the different types of sport opportunities that are available here in Williamson County. In your previous role as youth sports coordinator, you were very involved in a lot of these camps, so I know you've got a lot of great information that you can share with us about these programs. Let's start off with the bread and butter. Let's start off talking about the summer sport camp series. Again, an ongoing program you guys have been doing for years, but kind of give us a description of the structure of this program.
Well, basically, these camps are 4-day camps, more of an introductory to the specific sport. However, all of the instructors kind of use their skill base and their knowledge to be able to kind of separate the kids out and work. The ones that are a little bit more advanced, they can do more advanced drills with those particular children and kind of work them a little bit harder than the ones who are just beginning. So it's kind of great for all different levels. It's designed to be more so an introduction to the individual sports. And it's getting so popular that we continue to add programs. And this year we've actually added summer sports camps at Longview in Spring Hill. So it's, like you said, it's ever growing, and we continue to cater to the needs of the individuals, within Williamson County, and trying to add some additional programs out there for everybody.
As well. Well, this year alone, in just the summer sport camp series, you have 10 4-day camps that you're going to be doing. These are geared towards boys and girls, ages 8 to 13. Camps are held Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon, so they're half-day camps. And like you were saying, your locations vary this year between Franklin and Spring Hill, which is great that you're able to expand this program and just offer more opportunity to the rest of the residents in Williamson County. Just running down the list real briefly here, you've got table tennis, volleyball, traditional tennis, hardcourt tennis, basketball, soccer. So really a lot of different, kind of those traditional sports, but a lot of different opportunity for kids, like you were saying, to have an introduction maybe to a sport, or where children with an existing knowledge of the sport and skill level can kind of expand on their technique and things like that, but without making a huge commitment, without signing up for a 6 to 8 hour camp that goes for 3 to 4 weeks, that's all summer. I think one of the things that's so great about the Summer Sport Camp Series is its flexibility. Because for us, and I'm sure for everybody else, your summer fills up before you know it. You turn around one day and you're like, wow, there's something we're doing every week this summer.
Yeah.
And the great thing about this program is this can fit in those little holes. Maybe there's, the week after vacation, but before they go to the grandparents' house or something like that. These are great little 4-day camps that can just kind of slide in and out of their schedule.
And the great thing is that they are only $55 per camp, so it's very, very cost effective.
Yes.
That's pretty cheap for a 4-day camp. To be able to drop your kids off for 3 hours each day.
It is, and at that price point too, it's very convenient for families to try several different sports. Maybe your child has an interest in a couple of different sports, but hasn't really shown, a particular interest in one over the other, and so you want them to have the opportunity to try as many things as they can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, registration for your Summer Sport Camp Series is already underway. Registration for the Franklin-based camps is taking place at the Franklin Recreation Complex, and for the Spring Hill-based camps, it's being held at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. Registration for these camps, though, is in person only. It's first come, first served. There's a limit of around 50 kids per camp. Is that still right?
That is correct.
Great. And then payment is due at the time of registration. So you do prepay for these programs, but at least that way you kind of go ahead and get that out of the way, and you're not having to work. That's one less thing you have to do that first day of camp.
Yep.
All right, well, and let's talk about your specialty camps, because that's really where we've seen a lot of change and growth over the past couple of years. This is kind of how you all introduce new programs into your, kind of youth sport field. One of the programs that's really, I think, been very popular and been very well received by the public are the basketball programs that you all have been doing with Karen Booker, a former Franklin High School player. She had a career in the WNBA. She came back home to do what she loves, which is teach the game of basketball.
Yeah, it's kind of her way, too, of giving back to the community. She was, raised in the great community of Williamson County, had the privilege of going to Franklin High School, which got her into, she also played at Vanderbilt, and then obviously the WNBA, like you said. So it's kind of her way to just kind of give back to the community. She loves it. She has a passion for just teaching the kids. So it's a great little camp. And this year what we kind of did was we broke down the camps and we did some smaller camps with specific skill base. So that way, if you want to really work on ball handling, you go to the ball handling camp and you do nothing but ball handling. Kind of breaks it down a little bit more and works on specific skill sets for individuals.
Right, and they're able to really intensify their concentration into those specific skills. Well, it's called the Karen Booker Summer Group Basketball Academy. And like you were saying, she has several different workshops that are going to be held this summer. These are available for boys and girls in 1st through 12th grade. There's shooting, offensive skills, defensive skills, positioning skills, one-on-one moves, and teamwork skills. So again, like you were saying, really honing in on those individual skill sets. Each of them are small group sessions. They meet for 2 hours for one day. They meet on Saturdays. Children in grades 3 through 6 meet from 9 to 11 a.m. Grades 1 through 3 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then grades 7 through 12 from 1 to 3 p.m. So there's even a little bit more division, with taking kids from 1st to 12th grade. That's a very large age group. So there is some division within that, so that kids are with their peers and working within their, same age groups and sizes and things like that as well. The other great thing about these camps, again, are the costs at $35 a piece. I mean, you could send your child to every single one of these.
Absolutely. And, the great thing about these camps is they are limited with the number of kids that she'll take. So right now she has it at 10 kids. Registration looks like there's more in the range of like 4 to 5 kids right now. So they're going to be a lot of more one-on-one type skill sets. So with a maximum of 10, it's going to be at least a 1 to 10 ratio, which is, again, a great ratio.
So $35 for your child to spend 2 hours with a former WNBA player working on specific skill sets in small groups with less than 10 other kids.
I wish I had that when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Love that program. Another one of your specialty camps is Tiny Tots Soccer.
Yes.
This is a program y'all started a couple of years ago after we opened the indoor arena at Crockett Park, and I love this program because it has truly flourished.
Yeah, absolutely.
People who have been in Williamson County for a while know what a popular sport soccer is in our community. But a lot of the soccer opportunities don't really start until the kids get closer to grade school age.
Right.
But Tiny Tots is more of a preschool aged program. It's for children ages 3 to 6. So it's kind of that first introduction to the game before they maybe start playing in their local community recreation association and things like that. You've got a couple of camps scheduled this summer, one in June 10th through the 14th, one July 15th through the 19th. Again, they're at the indoor arena at Crockett Park, and they're also $35 per person per camp, so a great price point to get your kids introduced to a sport, and a lot of fun. All right, now tell us about Freaks, the Freaks Sports Performance Camps. These are brand new this year.
Yes, they are. We have an instructor who really wants to focus on sports performance, plyometric type things. So he came to us with this kind of idea that the sports performance is a program that he wanted to design for younger athletes, specifically designed for 8 to 12-year-old kids. That is going to create like an explosive, dynamic, powerful type athlete. So they're going to be working on a lot of explosion, being able to be quick movement. So it's a brand new thing. It's an interesting concept. So if you're interested in getting your child to kind of get a little bit more explosive, it's great for all sports. It's good for tennis. It's good for basketball, soccer, anything.
Football, especially if you get somebody on the line.
Absolutely, yeah. So what he does is he mixes what he calls burst style training with kind of speed and agility type stuff. So it's something that's very different for us, but it's something that a lot of people have asked us about. So we thought we would kind of try this one out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, your camps are going to be at the Robert A. Ring Indoor Soccer Arena in Franklin off Downs Boulevard. There's a camp June 10th through the 14th, and then one July 29th through August 2nd. They are each from 9 a.m. to 12 noon and start out at $99 per person per camp. Now, you've got several tennis camps. In addition to the tennis camps in the Summer Sport Camp series, we've also got a series of quick start tennis camps that are going to be held at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. We have tennis camps that will be held at the Longview Recreation Center in Spring Hill. And we also have a series of camps that will meet outdoors at the Franklin Recreation Complex. So tons of tennis opportunities. Again, another one of the really popular sports in Williamson County, and I think the number of camps that you're doing in that just it expounds on that. Lots of opportunity there. We don't have a chance to go into all of the camp listings for that program right now, but you can find a list of all of our summer sport camps by visiting our athletics website at wcprathletics.org. Now, we just have a couple of minutes remaining, but real quick, I want to talk about your last specialty camp this summer, your golf camp.
Yes.
Golf is coming back to the indoor arena at Crockett Park. A new program that we did like maybe 3 years ago, but has been so popular and so well received that we keep doing it year after year because people are looking for it. Another great learning kind of introductory camp where kids can really hone their skills, their swing, and their technique. Obviously you can't drive a ball 400 yards inside the indoor arena at Crockett Park, but you can work on the fundamentals that'll help you do that. They use a wiffle ball, and but just have that chance again to really kind of work one-on-one with that skill set. Camp is set July 15th through the 18th, and then July 22nd through the 25th, again at the indoor arena at Crockett Park. More information about this camp is also available on our athletics website. And unfortunately, we just have 1 minute left, Amber. I feel like we barely touched the surface about what you guys are doing, but a lot of great opportunity for a lot of kids to try a lot of different sports this summer.
And all the information is posted up on our website. So if there's any questions, people can look on the website. They can find that and more. There's lots of opportunities, not only with the summer, but all year round for athletics.
Exactly. You can also find more information on our website about sport officials. Our athletics division is looking for sport officials for a variety of our youth and adult sports this summer. In closing, real quick, we also want to remind you about our Memorial Day closings on Monday, May 27th. All Williamson County Parks and Recreation facilities will be closed, and they will reopen on Tuesday, May 28th, when we open our outdoor pools. We hope to see you then. For more information about all of our summer program, again, remember you can visit our website at wcparksandrec.com. Thanks for joining us for today's show. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.